Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Jordan Bailey and I am an independent distributor with GelMoment. So today I'm going to be showing you how I got these tie-dye technique. It's kind of going with the heart. That's what I was trying to do. So that is what we're doing today. This manicure is 1 week old now, as you can see by some of the growth, but I absolutely love these colors, so I'm going to keep it obviously a little bit longer. So for our colors today, we have Coffee House, which is what my thumb is, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brown. I am obsessed. It's almost like a purplish brown, super pretty. In the Mood is one of my favorite neutrals. I use it a lot, especially for nail art or like background colors, base colors. And then Flawless is our other newer polish, and that's what I have on my pinky here. It's super pretty, and I used all three in the nail art. So we are going to get started. I have 1 coat of Flawless as my background on this nail art. I'm gonna do it on a nail stick, so it's gonna be a little bit harder just because everything's much bigger, and the scale compared to my regular nail is much bigger, as you can see. So just bear with me, and you won't need as much polish as I'm going to be doing. So to get these like kind of heart tie-dye, what I did was I actually came in on an angle, and normally when you're doing tie-dye you would start on the edge and do a pattern and work your way across. But for this technique, I actually started in the middle and just create a line with your dotting tool. It's okay if it's not perfect, because once you create your tie-dye, it won't need to be exactly perfect. So just go on in. I do have the colors over here on my mat. It's out of view, but they're just a couple dots of the colors that I'm using. So just a diagonal line. Like I said, it's okay if it's not a perfectly straight line. Make sure you have a cleansing pad. I forgot one, so I'm just gonna grab one. And then I always just wipe it off in between colors. Okay, so because I started in the middle with this style, I'm going to put my next color on either side. So let's go in with In the Mood, because I'm kind of going for a lighter tie-dye on this one. So again, just kind of following the line that I just created. On your actual nail, everything will be a little smaller, including probably your tie-dye lines, but because I have a bigger surface to cover, the lines are a little bit bigger. I might need some more polish out on my mat because I didn't put enough. So I'm going on both sides of the Flawless that I did, and we're just gonna keep going. So it is still a pattern, but you're starting in the middle, and then the pattern goes on either side of your middle color. So I only put a little bit of each color out, and I just need a bit more, especially if I keep my pattern going. So I'm just gonna put some of that down, back, keep going. Okay, and then next we will go in with Coffee House. The reason I was trying to do a heart tie-dye is I was going for that kind of latte art feel where they make pictures with the latte, and a lot of the times they're like kind of this swiggly heart art, so that's kind of what I was going for when I was figuring out how to do this mani. Just kind of keep going, so you're not curing in between, for those who maybe haven't done this style of nail art. So you're just gonna keep the lines going with everything wet, and at the very, very end we'll cure it. So just gonna keep going in with the line. So now that I've used all 3 colors, I'm gonna start back at Flawless beside the coffee house here. Okay. The background or the base color, like I used Flawless. It really doesn't overly matter as long as you're using one of the colors that you are using in your tie-dye. Usually I would stick to the lighter colors because if you it helps the tie-dye show up a little bit better than if you're kind of going over top of a dark color. And as I said, I underestimated how much polish I need for this nail stick. I'm just giving some more here. Where are we here? So I will say with tie-dye, you want to make sure that you got a decent amount in your lines, because when we drag the colors through, you want to make sure that you have enough polish that it's going to create that tie-dye feel. So your lines kind of have to be slightly thick, or else there's no polish to drag into the other polish with. So that's why you use a lot during this nail art. So next was In the Mood. So again, I'm just following pretty much until I get to the end. So I'm just going to keep going till the whole nail is filled up. Just almost there. Okay, and I'm going to finish off with my coffee house. A little bit here. And then I'm just going to cover this whole corner with the coffee house, if I can. Or you can go in and do another line of Flawless. It's just your call. Of course, I'm almost done the coffee house that I set out for myself. Just let me finish it off here. Third corner. Also, when you're doing it on your nail, I kind of forgot because I'm doing it on a stick, but I usually do bring the lines right onto your free edge. So like you're capping it with each color when it's on your actual hand. That way the tie-dye kind of continues onto your cap, and it'll like make the whole nail art look continuous. Okay, so once you got all your lines down, what I did to kind of get those hearts, so this is my center here, and obviously I would be doing it on my actual hands a little bit harder, but you're just gonna drag from your outside into that middle and then just stop. So near the top here and in, just like that. I do kind of a slight angle, and then I go to the other side and I meet it, and then do it again underneath into that center, and go on the other side and bring it into the center, and then do it again, and I'm wiping it off in between. So I'm kind of getting like a little bit of a heart kind of happening near the center here. It's okay if it's not perfect. I'm just gonna do one more at the bottom to kind of finish it off. Like I said, this is a big nail working on the working on a nail stick. There's a lot of product and a lot of nail to cover. So just kind of go in just like that. So now you got the got it all finished. So it kind of looks like hearts, similar to how this one turned out. And just like that, once it looks how you want it to look, you would just cure it under your lamp for full 40 or 5 seconds or 60 seconds. And then at the end, you would go in with your Clearly Frisky, this one, and give it a top coat, or you can go in with Matter Effect, depending on whichever you want, just to seal everything in and make sure it's held on well. So these have the Clearly Frisky over top, and it'll also smooth out all that. And that is how I did these tie-dye heart coffee nails. Thanks for watching.